most joyful memory to most college-age students would probably have to be from elementary school. The television set being rolled into the classroom and the tape being put in. Everyone knew what that meant. Then they would hear that familiar jingle. Bill Nye was a big part of school for many children and has positively impacted the lives of many. Not only did he make science easier and more fun, he made it an experience. Anyone could just read out of a book and try to drill information into your head, but to take something like that and turn it into a work of art such as Bill Nye the Science Guy is not an easy thing. He wasn't just a scientist or an educator, he was an inspiration to many. Plenty of kids, including myself, were very interested in what was going on the screen. This led many kids to try this stuff for themselves. The kids who are in the process right now of becoming the scientists of our generation. The kids who want to find out the mysteries that they have yet to be uncovered. The kids who will make the future into whatever it becomes. And we have Bill Nye to thank for this, for leading the charge and molding the brilliant minds of tomorrow. At least in my personal life, Bill Nye was one of the reasons I got up to go to school in the morning. I was never a fan of being there, but something about seeing what this guy did for a living made me want to aspire to be like him. School still wasn't the best, but at least I had some sort of motivation. Without that motivation to be like Bill Nye, my education might have gone a totally different route. I may not be standing up here today as a scholar, but I have this man to thank for motivating me to educate myself. Even after his show is ended and he grows old, he still reaches out to educate college-age students like myself. He constantly travels the nation lecturing in universities to the very people who were inspired by his show once upon a time. He not only wants to educate people, but wants them to succeed. He ensures this the best way he can by personally taking his time to make sure that as many people as possible are living up to whatever kind of person they want to be. With this kind of role model, it's hard to not want to follow in his footsteps. Even as he manages all this, he still does great things, not only in the scientific community, but in the community as a whole. In 2010, Bill Nye won the Humanist of the Year award after his work with education. Even in his acceptance speech, he claimed that he was nothing, just a speck talking to other specks. With all this in mind, Bill Nye is one of the greatest influences in my life, and in the lives of many others as well. I'm sure I'm not the only person he has helped. And on behalf of everyone else, I'd like to extend my greatest thanks to Bill Nye the Science Guy.